Hey guys, welcome back to World of Tanks. My name is Bruce and today we take a look at the Char Future for the tier 9 French medium tank. Now, if we take a look at the stats, we can see that this tank is pretty much balanced. The DPM is, in my opinion, quite good for an auto-loading tank. At least it's, I would say, mediocre. The gun itself has pretty awesome stats. 390 damage. 264 penetration on tier 9, that is really good. It has a clip size of 4 and an aim time of 2.11 seconds and a dispersion of 0.33. So this gun is pretty precise, but it all comes to a price, and the price is relatively high. The intra-clip reload, is 4 seconds, and the total time to reload this gun takes almost 40 seconds. So maybe this is why the tank is called Char Future 4. It all has to do with 4 seconds. So this comes to a very high price. Now, mobility wise, this tank is super mobile. Top speed 60 kilometers per hour is pretty good. Reverse speed of 20 and 620 HP power gives it a good power to weight ratio of almost 23. Now, this tank, as I would say as a usual medium tank, does not have too much armor. Now, what you can see is 140 millimeters of turret armor, frontal turret armor, and I would say with this armor you can from time to time bounce some shots. But as you can see here, you will definitely not bounce top tier like tier 10 or tier 9 shots, but maybe tier 8 or tier 7 that you can encounter with this tank. You might bounce shots if they hit you on the front turret. Now, what you can see here is you might be able to create some auto bounce angles like on the upper hull. And so yeah. From time to time, like occasionally, you might bounce some shots, but you really cannot count on your armor, just like on a regular medium tank. Now, before we jump into the gameplay, let's do some map analysis. This is always very important. Like, you do need to know what to do on the maps you are playing at. And at Overlord, starting from the south, what you can do if you are in a medium tank or in a light tank, you can go to this position and you will be able to basically spot everybody going to the opponent side, and you will most likely find the enemy tanks positioned here, maybe here, maybe here. So this is kind of a spotting game that you might find. Now, there is the possibility to push the right flank as well as for the enemy side. You will most likely see that heavy tanks are proceeding either here, or maybe down at the beach. Same applies for the southern flank. So here, I don't know, maybe here and maybe here. That's what you will find on Overlord. Now, what you can do if you are in a medium tank is you can also go here, and then you might be able to punish guys who are trying to sneak out here, because those guys, what they usually want to do is they want to get cross shots on this position to counter this super strong position here at Golf 4. Now, what I usually don't recommend, even in a heavy tank, is to go to the beach, to the 2-lane, because it will take quite some time to drive down to the, let's say if you're in a red team, to drive down to the beach all this way, then to win the beach, and then to drive all the way up to where the fight is taking place. This takes too much time, so I rather recommend to win the right side of the map, so the 7 till 9 or 0 lane, and then make pressure to the beach. Alright guys, so here we are in our Char Future 4 on the map Overlord, and we are in a low tier scenario. We are in a tier 10 game, and the first thing I want to do from this side is to go to the G7 position, see if I can get some spotting damage, and also some damage on the opponents on the other side. Now what I like to do is to flip down or push down the trees, knock down the trees in order to get some additional cover. Okay, the enemy light tanks are pretty aggressive. Let's see if we can punish them. Let's see. Maybe the next guy. No. Good job from him playing aggressively, but he is he is chased by our EBR 105, and that's a bad situation for him. Now, to flip over or to knock down the trees gives us some additional cover. The most important thing is, if you flip down a tree, you need to make sure to fall back at least. Okay, we can get some shots. Okay, at least for the first seconds, because you might get shot if you stay in this location. In a situation like this, what you never want to do in an autoloader tank, okay, the AE phase 1 is pushing forward, maybe we can punish him. What you never want to do is to try to empty your clip, because you will get shot and you will lose hit points. So rather take a shot, fall back, wait 10 seconds, and then advance, and so on and so forth. This is very, very, very important in an autoloader in order to preserve hit points that you need at the end of the game. Okay, so looks like we are now in a good position here because our light tank could advance the AMX, and now let's see if we can support the right flank. Yes, one shot on the Leopard PTA, one shot on the UDES, nice, and then one in the magazine. Let's see. Nice. All right. So it looks like we could support the right flank, which is nice. Now the enemy team did, in my opinion, a huge mistake. Lots of tanks went to the beach, and in my opinion, the beach is yeah, a pretty useless position, because you will need so much time to win the beach, and if you've won the beach, you will most likely have lost the rest of the game. So the enemy will have map control, and then you will get punished staying or still being at the beach. So this is, in my opinion, exactly what's happening here. Now I want to see if I can spot some enemies. Okay, I am spotted, so I do need to fall back in order to not get shot. The T-54 is over there. Okay, maybe I can, let's see, get some shot into the... Okay, the AMX is advancing. I think I can... No. Get a kill shot here. Nice. Yeah, now I think this is how you should play the Char Future 4. In most of the cases, the reload time, the intra-clip reload of 4 seconds is way too long in order to just stay in your position and do the second shot, because you will lose hit points. As I said, an autoloader is especially strong at the end game, so you want to preserve your hit points. I still have 2 shots in my magazines, so I do not want to reload because it takes me 37 seconds. I rather want to push the Kampfpanzer. Yep, nice. Let's see. Nice, I get some help. And then obviously I also want to now use my last shot, and let's see if we can get a track shot here, because then I can at least get some yeah, see. Okay, I get the track shot, nice, and this means that I can hide, and I can also get at least a little bit of tracking damage. Now I as the reload takes 35 seconds or 37 seconds, I do need to leave this battle and drive into cover, but the game is already won. And now let's see if I can get some shots on the Stritzwagen. The Stritzwagen is still almost full HP, which is nice. And then let's see. 7.5 degrees of gun depression is good and should be enough to get some shots on him. Okay, he's turning, so I do need to go into cover. Yeah. It's aiming at me. Unfortunate. So, but now he's turning. Okay, so maybe one more shot. Nice. Here you go. And then maybe the last shot. Yep, here you go. And I think I will not get any... Yeah. So that was the first game. Nice game with the Char Future 4. Now, before we jump into the second game, let's talk about the map Mines real quick. If you start from the south and if you are in a medium or in a light tank, what you can do is you can either rush the hill like this, but you will definitely get some crossfire from the red team, which is over here or maybe over here. So they obviously get a crossfire here. What you can rather do, and what I would rather suggest for you, is maybe to go here or even here or maybe here to get some crossfire to the maybe enemy tanks that are pushing towards the hill. If you are really trying to push the hill, you should make sure that you have enough firepower. So I would only do this in a top tier scenario, and if your tank is much faster than the enemy tank. Now, if you have won the hill, obviously from the southern side, you have a super strong position. Like here, you have bushes everywhere, so you can basically spot the whole enemy map, and this is obviously also possible for the enemy team. If they manage to win the hill, they can outspot the whole southern side. Now, what you can do to counter this is, if you see the enemy, like in here in this scenario, the red team winning the hill, you can position yourself here to proxy spot the guys on the hill, so they can get shots from the TDs that are usually positioned like here in the bushes, and then vice versa on the other side. You can expect the TDs here, and if you manage to proxy spot, here in your medium tank and here, you might find a solution for the situation in which the enemy team managed to win the hill. Now, quick wording for the 1 and 2 lane. I find the 1 and 2 lane super important because first of all, this is what you might find on the map, like this situation. Now, if you do not pay attention to the left side, in this case the 1 and 2 lane, you will find enemy tanks that, let's say this guy wasn't here, you will find enemy tanks pushing up until here, and then they will get flanking shots to those guys trying to defend the hill. So this is super important that you cover the left flank, and obviously vice versa applies to the left hand side, because some tanks might be able to get some flanking shots either here or maybe even here towards the middle, and if this situation occurs, then you might already have lost the game. Yeah, this is how Mines works in my opinion. Now, one last thing, you will find heavy tanks like brawling here. That is obviously also a situation that you might find on this map. Alright, so here we are in another gameplay with our Char Future 4. We are top tier on Mines, and this is actually a pretty small map that is relatively often played in tier 6 games and lower, so low tier games. And I find that map difficult in top tier situations. Why so? Well, because it's small and because this makes this map more complicated to use. Now, the first thing I would usually do is go towards the F4 position in order to punish people going to the hill. But in this tank, I want to do something different. Why so? Well, because my reload takes approximately 40 seconds. So I would be in the F4 position without having reloaded yet, so I wouldn't be able to make damage. So this is why I decided to go to the left hand side, and let's see if we can get... the reload just took too long, but at least we get some spotting damage. Now maybe the enemy tanks will advance too far, so I can get some cross-firing shots. I think starting from this side, in my opinion, the T10 is held down. Starting from the left-hand side, maybe the British light tank. Is he advancing? Yes, he is. Nice. So we can get at least him out. And looks like the T30 is crossing. That is a stupid mistake. Yep, here you go. And then maybe I can get one shot on the pattern. Yeah, I think the left flank, to hold the left flank from this side of the map is super important. However, what I can see is obviously our oooBRUCEooo is advancing even further. So it seems that the enemy tanks are not on this flank, but as we can see on the 7 and 8 lane, they are pushing hard on the heavy flank. So I want to use my reload to relocate. Now I do need to be cautious because the enemy has obviously won the hill, so they can spot me here at the red line of my my cap. So I want to go this way to be as cautiously as possible. And I want to... Patton spotted me, that's what I was talking about. And I want to support the right side. Now it looks like our artillery is doing a good job. Let's see if I can... Now, I think I should relocate to this rock here. Hopefully I don't get spotted. No, looks like, but I... Yep. Obviously the pattern is still, yep, there he is, still on the hill, spotting everybody who is crossing and not hiding behind rocks or bushes. But it looks like the Emil 1 is advancing, so maybe I can get a shot on him. I should have the first, there you go, the first shot advantage, yeah. Now I do need to make sure that I go behind cover as soon as I shot, for every single shot, because I will get spotted. And that is super important. Okay, so the good thing, once again, about this tank is the penetration is superb. Maybe we can take him out. No, he's already taken out by the UDES. Nice job. Maybe, I hope that the M46 pattern is doing a mistake, but so far, I think he has done a great job trying to spot us, our team, but not getting shot at. Now, artillery is doing a great job, really great job in this game. Not like our TDs. Okay, so as long as here we go, we can finish the Skoda T50. This was a really good opponent with a strong tank, so good that he's out. As long as the T30 is covering the 7 and 8 lane, we don't need to worry about this. And we can stay here and concentrate on this flank. Now, in the Char Future, you always have the question like, should I reload? And I think I want to preserve my shot for tanks that are crossing. I'm not reloading. It looks like the T30. This is now bad because I do need to relocate, I think, to the 7 lane. And I think I will now reload because if tanks are advancing, I need to be able to cover them. Yeah. As soon as I move and as soon as I go out of bushes, I will be spotted by the M46 pattern. So I need to make sure to keep behind or to stay behind this rock for at least 10 seconds so that I am not lit anymore, and then I can advance. And my idea is now to try to spot tanks that are advancing on this side. I know that oh, here you go. Alright, we can finish him off. He's also one shot. And now let's try to get into some cover. So this was super important, and now we only have 3 tanks left. Obviously the M46 is still on the hill. I'm now trying to just rush him because I think I have enough hit points. However, I think I will just risk it. Okay. Not a good idea. I think I need to stay behind this house, and now the problem is he will have the first shot opportunity. So I think I will ask the artillery for help, because if he manages to get a shot on the M46 pattern, I mean, we know where he is located, then he will lose his first spotting capability, and also he will be stunned, so he might not hit me once he spots me. Now, meanwhile, the E50 got killed, which is bad. Okay, the M46 has left his position, so this is my time to advance. I will try to relocate and then try to help the Lorraine 40T. Looks like all of the enemy tanks are now one-shot, which is good for me. Yep. And yeah, unfortunately, my reload takes long, so I will not push towards him directly. I will rather try to get a good... Yeah. Sorry, dude. Sorry. Try to get a good position here. No, the artillery is hiding behind the rock. If they will drive back, if they will fall back, I will I think I will outspot them. And let's see if they do this. I think I will stay in this position, because I can like spot even to the D1 position, so they cannot. Here you go. Here's the T10. Now I need to make a safe shot. Yes. I even didn't get spotted, so nice, because there was a double push situation. Artillery is taking out the enemy artillery. Nice. So we are now against the M46 pattern. He is one shot. We are not. So this is a huge advantage for us. And now my fear is that he advances via the 1 or 2 lane. So I will try to use the bush here to outspot him. And then I want to play as cautiously as possible. We still have 7 minutes to go, so no need to hurry up or to rush anything. But let's see if I can spot him. He might be behind the bush over there on the 2 lane. Let's see. And you can see the gap between this rock formation on yeah, D or E 3 or 4. Let's see. I think I should try to spot him once again. Now he has two possibilities. He can either advance via the 1 lane, or he can fall back to his A lane. And so as he's not advancing through the 1 lane, I think I will fall back, or at least go back to the hill into my strong bush covered position. Okay, I got spotted, so I think he is somewhere around the C or D2 area, I think. I think I should not, yeah, I will go into this bush, but not rearwards, but forwards. Here you go, there he is. Now I need to make it. There you go, there you go. So don't rush anything, just take your time and use your abilities. Alright guys, that was it with the Char Future 4. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. Consider subscribing to my channel, and I see you next time with another World of Tanks video.